Hey everyone, this is another episode of Unsportsmanlike with Christian Stoynev, and we got to start off right away. I try to do these games in order, but today I'm not going to do that because the Denver Nuggets and the LA Clippers gave us a classic. This was definitely the best game of the playoffs so far. This series has lived up to the hype. This series has been everything a basketball fan would want to see. The Clippers and the Nuggets have battled it out through 4 games, and it seems like it's right where it should be. 2 games apiece. It's 2-2. Going back to Denver with game 5 coming up. The Nuggets steal home court advantage back from the Clippers, but it's not just that they stole home court, it's the way they did it. So to recap real quick, game 1 felt like it probably and could have and should have probably gone to the Clippers. But the Nuggets found a way, went to overtime. Russell Westbrook, big game. Nuggets get the first win in game 1. Game 2, the Clippers show up in Denver, take care of business. They regain control of the series, 1-1 apiece. Then we go to LA. Game 3, it looks like the Clippers have found their footing. They whoop on the Nuggets and they blow them out. It's 2-1 Clippers. So here goes game 4. Last time I said this is a must win for the Nuggets because at this point it seemed like this series was slipping away from them. But game 4 in LA, and the Clippers were hanging in there. The Nuggets got off to a valiant start, but it seemed like the Clippers were close there around halftime. Suddenly the Nuggets go on a crazy run. They go up by 20. It's the fourth quarter. It looks like they're going to take care of business. And here come the Clippers. They creep up, 15-point game, 12-point game. Norman Powell hitting some big threes from the corner. Eventually, the Clippers take the lead on the Bogey Bogdanovich reverse layup right underneath the basket. Here we go to the other way. And Jokic ends up hitting, I'll talk about Jokic in a minute, but he ends up hitting a crazy fadeaway over Zubac to give the Nuggets the lead, puts them up by 2 with just about 30 seconds left. On the other end, Harden misses a little runner. Zubac tips it in, tie game, 18 seconds to go. At this point, you're like, give the ball to Joker. He's had a crazy game. Just let him go to work and take your chance with him. So he starts dribbling, top of the key, by the 3-point line, and Kawhi comes over to double. Jokic sees it, has to put a shot up. The time's running out. Launches a 3. He too strong. It goes over the rim. Aaron Gordon's waiting there. Throws it down at the buzzer, and pretty much an alley-oop dunk at the buzzer. And I'm telling you, watch the replay if you haven't seen the replay. It's about as close as possible, as close as you possibly can make it. It's almost like a movie, like the script of a movie with the way this was a game winner. Aaron Gordon ran off the court right away, super excited, thinking he won it. Of course, the refs had to review it. It took a while, but ultimately, I think that because it was called a made basket on the floor, that's what the refs had to go with. I think if on the floor they would have called it too late and not a basket, I think they would have stuck with that call as well. Because even during the replays, we got like several looks at it. I've looked at it several times since then myself. You can make an argument either way. But when I saw it live, I thought it was good. I think the ref obviously saw it live, thought it was good, called it good. So when you review it, you need conclusive evidence that it wasn't good, and there wasn't. There wasn't conclusive evidence that it wasn't good, and vice versa. I don't think there really was conclusive evidence that it was good. That's how close it was. It was crazy. Unbelievable game. What a performance by the Nuggets. Honestly, I know they gave up that big lead and just barely won. But a win's a win. It's a 2-2 series. Going back to Denver, they regain control of home court advantage. Russ didn't play this game. Who knows if he'll play in game 5, but the Nuggets are giving themselves a chance against this Clipper team who is full of studs. This should be a Western Conference Finals series. And if they were, if they were just playing the two best teams in the whole league, this might have been the NBA Finals series because these two teams are just phenomenal. Let's talk about Joker for a little bit. Joker, I don't even know what his stat line is. I just know that he was the best player on the floor. The stuff he does basketball-wise is insane, but the stuff he does IQ-wise is on another level. There was a point in the game where there was 0.4 seconds left or 0.2 seconds left before the end of the third quarter because the ball went out of bounds. He literally coached the team. He pointed to DeAndre Jordan, and he basically told the coach, get him in here right now for this play so he can guard the basket. I mean, just incredible. His IQ, he's so smart. He finished 14 for 25, 3 for 6 from 3, 36 points, 8 assists, 21 rebounds. 21 rebounds. I mean, it's not even that. The stat sheet obviously is ridiculous. If you watch the game, Shea deserves MVP for the regular season because of the wins that the Thunder have. But by definition, the most valuable player, there's no doubt about it. Nikola Jokic is the most valuable player. If he's not on the floor, this team is not a playoff team. If he's not on the floor, they're getting ran out of that gym. And everything goes through Joker. And he's just incredible. I tweeted this out. I've seen LeBron play. I've seen Dwayne Wade play, Shaq play, all the greats from my time. No one, in my opinion, is as good at everything as Nikola Jokic is. He can shoot. He can rebound. He can put up dimes. 8 assists is almost a low for him. He can play solid defense. He's not an A-plus defender, but he's literally above average in every single category. And the game runs through him. So phenomenal game. I loved watching this. So Joker is unbelievable. All right. Well, enough of that game. That game was crazy, though. The nightcap right now was the Rockets at the Warriors. And I said this last time, if Butler doesn't play, the Warriors might be in trouble. Well, the Rockets are in trouble because Jimmy Butler didn't play and the Rockets still couldn't beat the Warriors. The Warriors go up 2-1 in the series and they got Jimmy Butler some rest. They proved they can win without him. At this point now, if he comes back, it's another hurdle for the Rockets on the road. And this just seems like the veteran team that has a sense of urgency and understands the moment, and a younger team in the Houston Rockets that isn't quite there yet, have young guys that maybe, have peaked in how much they can do in the playoffs. I mean, when I see Jalen Green, one game he scores like 4 points. The next game he scores over 30. Tonight he scored 9 points. That's just so inconsistent. Şengün is solid, but he finished with 15 and 11. Good double-double. But on a game like this where you got to, take advantage of Jimmy Butler not playing, I mean, those guys didn't really come through. Amen Thompson's young, so we'll give him kind of more of a pass. He only finished with 11 points, 7 rebounds, and really even the veteran that they have there, Fred VanVleet, struggled. He finished with 17 points. He got off to a hot start, but 3 for 9 from 3. A few of those were wide open looks that he missed. It's tough look. Dylan Brooks, 13 points. This team just is missing a scorer, someone who can kind of really go to work. I'm not counting him out yet because they already proved that they can beat the Warriors. But really, I mean, Steph Curry took over. He finished with 36 points, 5 3-pointers, 5 for 13 from 3. And he still had 9 assists. So, Steph Curry, like I said, these championship winning players understand the moment. Draymond finished with 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. But again, another stat line that doesn't tell the story when you watch this game. Draymond Green was key. He was absolutely key. He's everywhere defensively, causing havoc. And that guy is, I can't really say he's underrated because people know he's a champion, but he is severely underrated by people that think he's overrated, if that makes any sense, because he is just as valuable to this team as some guys that score 30 are to others. So just keep that in mind. Draymond Green's a champion for a reason. The guy knows where to go, how to play defense, and how to make plays. So ultimately, tough one for the Rockets. This was a bad loss for them. I think this was more of a bad loss for them than a good win for the Warriors because, Jimmy Butler didn't play. Houston, you got to take advantage of that. All right, the other game, there were other 2 games that not worth talking about too much. Cleveland destroyed Miami in game 3. First game in Miami, and they just completely destroyed them. 124-87. Not much to say, except the Cavs are so deep. What a deep team. I mean, even Donovan Mitchell, their superstar, finished with 13 points. So, the DeAndre Hunter, 21. Jared Allen, 22. Max Strus, 18. Evan Mobley, 19. Ty Jerome, 13. Isaac Okoro, 9. I mean, like, what a well-rounded team. People are going to start talking about the Cavaliers really soon. So we'll see how that goes and if they can wrap that up and get the sweep with game 4. And then speaking of sweeps, OKC finished off Memphis. I really thought they were going to win this by a lot more. They only ended up winning by 2, 117 to 115. But, I mean, I guess the Grizzlies battled hard. I mean, Scottie Pippen Jr. played a great game, 30 points tonight. But, yeah, sweep's a sweep. But I really was thinking this Thunder team was just going to go in there and win by like 20 points, 30 points tonight and just finish them off. But, hey, it's playoff basketball. These teams are in the playoffs for a reason. So we got to just let that one go. But, I mean, we'll see. I'm not trying to take anything away from the Thunder. They got the job done. But Shea finished with 38. He finally, played really well offensively. He's put up points and put up numbers, but you could tell his shot wasn't really there. But today he finished 13 for 24. So good game from him. But they're going to need more from these other guys, especially into the next series when they have to take on either the Nuggets or the Clippers. If they take on the Clippers, that's a tough matchup, I think, for the Thunder, because you're going to need Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. You're going to need these guys to do more than they've been doing in this Memphis series. But again, hey, you do what you got to do, and they got the job done. They sweep the Grizzlies. Yeah, season's done. Fired their coach less than a month before the season ended. And instead of getting better from there, they got worse. This new coach, Thomas Isalo, I'm not sure what you do now. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to keep him around, but they can't say they played inspiring basketball since he took over. And, Taylor Jenkins was a solid coach. So, again, we'll see what they do. Plenty to talk about with the Grizzlies going into the offseason. All right. What a great Saturday of basketball. Tomorrow, I won't be hitting you guys up with a podcast. I'll be on the road in Milwaukee for game 4, the Pacers-Bucks. The Bucks, hey, they played great down the stretch. I was worried at halftime. I thought Indy was maybe going to go up 3-0. They were down 10 at halftime, but Milwaukee came back with a surge in the third quarter, took control of the game, got the dub. Game 4, I expect this to finally be a close game in this series. They've all been blowouts, and I think this is a potential swing game here at game 4. If Milwaukee can get the job done, they're going back to game 5 in Indiana, and the pressure will be on the Pacers. And if the Pacers obviously get the job done in game 4, then the Bucks are on the ropes at that point, down 3-1, if that's how it shakes out. We'll see how that one goes. Boston and Orlando. Hey, Celtics, I mean, you want to be taken seriously to be back-to-back champs? You can't do this with Orlando. With a banged-up Magic team, you can't be playing like this. I was going to say you can't lose the game to them, but fine, we'll give them a game. They won game 3. They played great, but you better win game 4. If this goes 2-2 back to Boston, I mean, still I think Boston will get the job done, but not a good look if you're trying to be considered legit. And then you got Miami, on the other hand, taking care of business by 37 points. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. The day starts off tomorrow with the Knicks at the Pistons, game 4. Pistons need this if they want any chance to stay alive in this series. And the Knicks, they finally, I think they played their best game in game 3. And we'll see how that one shakes out. I don't know. I want to say I think I could see the Pistons tying it up, but I think the Knicks, just having playoff experience with Brunson and stuff, might have found their footing. And I think they might take control of that series. But we'll see. We'll see how it shakes up. Hopefully the Pistons fans can get a home win, since I know they haven't had playoff basketball there in a while. And then the best, at least, preview game tomorrow is Lakers-Wolves game 4. Wolves are up 2-1. Can they put the Lakers in a tough spot? Luka didn't feel great in game 3, and the Lakers didn't get the job done. It was still a relatively close game. I think Luka's going to be coming out hot tomorrow. I think he's going to realize that they gotta get this win. And hopefully the Wolves also realize that, and we get a good one tomorrow in Minnesota. We'll see how that game shakes out. Tough to pick. But, I mean, I've been saying this. The Wolves have an advantage against the Lakers. They're so much bigger than them. So, I mean, everyone's picked the Lakers to win this series, and I don't. I mean, the advantage that you could say the Lakers have is these great players, but the Wolves also have Anthony Edwards and great players too. So, whereas with Minnesota, they actually have an advantage in their size. So, I never really bought the hype with the Lakers being favorites in this series, and I do think that tomorrow is a LeBron and Luka are gonna, you know, they're not gonna be laughing around like they were in Game 3. They're coming to kill, and I think they're gonna try to do everything in their power to win this game. But if the Wolves are prepared and get it done, I don't know. It'll be tough to see the Lakers winning 3 in a row. So, um, man, it's tough because of LeBron and Luka. I think they'll keep it close, but I think Minnesota can get it done. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. All I know is LeBron's gonna show up and Luka's gonna show up for sure. And it's up to those other guys. Austin Reeves, I'm looking at you. You're gonna have to show up and help those guys through. But I almost feel like Minnesota might have it. So, all right. Well, that's the game I'm excited to see on TV tomorrow before I have to head over to the Pfizer Forum for our performance at the Bucks game. And next week, I'll be back pumping out more podcasts. And yeah, subscribe. And thanks for watching.